Hello children, today we'll be continuing with the lesson Learning with a Difference. The contents of the lesson is Helen Keller, Helen Keller's Higher Education and People with Disabilities. So the first part is Helen Keller. So in the previous video we came to know about who is Helen Keller, her childhood and then her early education. So we know that Helen Keller was the first deaf and blind person to get graduated in bachelor degree of arts. So she became an American author and educationist. Okay, then she stated her early life as phantom, which means horrific because she lost her eyesight and hearing capabilities in a very small age of 19, only when she was 19 months old. Okay, so when she was 6 years old, her parents introduced a teacher called Annie Sullivan who taught everything to Helen Keller. She tapped the alphabets in the palm of Helen Keller so that Helen Keller learned slowly. Okay, so the next part is Helen Keller's higher education. So you know that Annie Sullivan helped Helen Keller to learn what a word is, what are the alphabets and how to read, whatever we learn like that. So at 20, Helen entered Radcliffe College. So even here Annie Sullivan continued to stay with Helen Keller. So here Annie Sullivan used to tap the lectures, the whole lecture. Lecture is whatever the teacher teaches in class. Okay, the whole lecture is tapped in the palm of Helen by Annie Sullivan. Okay, so because of this, Helen knows the teacher patiently took much of her time and tapped everything in the hands of Helen Keller. So because of this, Helen remained devoted to her teacher throughout her life. Okay, so also Helen learned Braille system. We all know what is Braille system. It was invented by Louis Braille. So Braille system is a set of alphabets which is written in a paper with raised dots, and there are different combination of dots for different alphabets. Okay, this Braille system is used for the blind to touch the alphabet and feel it and then to recognize the alphabet. Okay, so Helen learned Braille, a system of writing for the visually impaired. Visually impaired is a blind person. Consistency of the raised dot that can be felt by touch. So we know that it could be felt by our touch. So by putting a finger on a speaker's lips and throat, she learned to understand spoken words. Helen also learned to understand the spoken words by touching the lips and throat of the person who speaks. Okay, so whenever a person speaks, she just keeps her fingers on the lips and throat of the person who speaks. Okay, so the vibration or with the feel, how much they open the mouth and all of, with this she started understanding. She learned to understand the spoken words by the person. Okay, then in 1904, Helen graduated with honors, becoming the first graduate who was deaf and blind. So it is a very good news, no? See, a person who is deaf and blind have got educated and got graduated too. So she was the first woman or the first person to get graduated as a blind and deaf person. Then later she traveled around the world lecturing and raising funds for the disabled. Listen, those days, even now, many disabled people think very low of them. Okay, so not only them, the surrounding, the environment, the society they live around will think these people with less capabilities, but they are not less capable. They have some disabilities, but that doesn't mean that they could not achieve something in life. Okay, so what Helen did is, so when she achieved something, she wanted to inspire a lot of people. So what she did is, she traveled around the world lecturing the importance of education for these people too. Okay, so she found that only after education her life became her life became and she got a new life, like something. She became a disciplined child. She became when she felt like she overcame this disability. to achieve something great. Okay, so later, so she also lectured people about the importance of education and also raised funds for the disabled people. She inspired others, like other people, like those who are disabled, and made them to achieve something in life. Okay, so we all know that Helen was born as a normal girl in a farm in Alabama, US, and she died as a world famous woman in June 1968. So see, all humans are born as a normal child in the earth, and it's up to us, it's up to our mind, and it's our the way we hard work and the way we put effort to get succeeded in life. So it is because of Helen's um, mind, no, she wanted to do something in life. Even after her disability, she wanted to overcome everything and to do something in life. So because of this, when she died, she was a world famous woman, right? We all know who's Helen Keller now, right? Also, her teacher Annie Sullivan was with her to get to which made her to get her in this position. Okay, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest civilian award in USA. So the highest civilian award, civilian is the, in USA, the best citizen is awarded with the Presidential Award of Freedom. So it is the very prestigious award for the citizens of USA. So Helen Keller have received the award for the has received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Okay, so part 3, people with disabilities. So our body helps us to understand the world around us and to live our life. Yes, each and every body part of us help us to do something in life, no? So it will help us to see or whatever. So our body parts will work normally and helps us to have a better life in our environment. But sometimes for some people, certain body parts will not work normally. So even if some people have these disabilities, it doesn't mean that, or it doesn't stop them from getting succeeded in life. So it doesn't prevent, even if some people have some disability, it does not prevent them from leading a happy and a successful life. So, okay, so their achievement is even more special because they have overcome many hurdles to reach their goal. Yes, so every human being will not get a successful life. It's not a easy, I mean, what they'll say, it is not a slice of cake for everyone, no. It is not very easy for us to achieve something very quickly. We have to put a lot of effort. We should have our determination for that, and it needs a lot of time. It also takes time, right? So every normal person, even a normal person, would have a lot of difficulties. So imagine people with disabilities will have an additional hurdles for them to cross. Okay, so their achievements are even more special compared with everyone. So this lesson, I mean this biography of Helen Keller tells us about the what we can do about ourselves, how can we achieve something, how we should overcome all the difficulties which we have in our life. Everybody will have some disabilities, everybody will have some their own sort of problems in life, but it's up to us, then it's up to us to persist with great determination to achieve whatever we want. So we should not stop whenever there is a difficulty. We should not stop ourselves there. We have to move on and go to higher and get to a higher place in life. Okay, so that's it for the lesson, children. Thank you. Hello children,